On EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 20. Yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run with Howard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Wentz gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And they'll get this down to the 10. Give him 18 on the play. Carson, who was a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, has picked up the pace this year after a slow start. 3 straight 100-yard games. Most recently, Week 6, 124 yards and the game-winning score in the 4-point win over Cleveland on the road. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Dancing to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Check pass. Check pass. Let's go double count right here. Double count. 57's
Throwing again on second down. Wilson forced out to his left. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Sunday.
On second down now, it's Howard. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
180! 46 down, man, 5-4.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go counter with Howard. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle.
Second and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Go. 280! Hey, check.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Aguilar has it. 17 yards and a first down for Phillips.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Howard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. with Howard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. 6-0 our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it staring at a 3rd down and 13. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He'll take a shot, and that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 33 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Elliott good with a PAT, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
18.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Well, we got a second. Let's look ahead to Week 7 and what's on the slate. Things start out Thursday night. Kansas City at Denver, divisional battle.
Suddenly an interesting game. Kansas City having lost their last two, and Denver now playing defense as we expected. But how about the NFL 100 game of the week? Oakland at Green Bay, a rematch of Super Bowl II.
Also have New Orleans at Chicago and Philly visiting Dallas on Sunday night.
That is a huge one in the NFC East.
Yeah, both teams 3-3. The winner will have the lead in that division.
Let's go.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. C.J. Prosise, 77 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, those big defensive linemen, can he get the ball over him? Well, you get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter. No,
it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, look out, because he's going to find...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time. To throw, it's Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Wentz going to lead his guys up first and 10, and he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Again to Howard, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Here's Wentz to throw. Screen pass to Sproles. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Let's make these babies cry. Man, 5-7.
To throw is Wentz. trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
18. 25, check 25.
Front left. Bring it.
Mike 42.
Now Wilson on first down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Derek Barnett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Whip.
On third down, Penny. Room past the 20. He'll cut it to the right sideline. And he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. 74.
Wentz now to throw. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Wentz. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Left hash. 47 Mike, 47 Mike. Mike 47. Watch the run, watch the run. Delta. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on, guys. 4 down. 7's the Mike. 7's the Mike. Here we go. All go special. High seven.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson being chased out left. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
47's the Mike, boy. 47. Check, 47. Coming to you. Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Let's go.
Now Wilson, flushed out right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go.
They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. All right, CD, let's have a little fun. Now that we're into October, I'm going to give you some AFC teams. You tell me quickly, contender or pretender. You ready?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let's start in the East. Buffalo.
Contender for a wild card spot.
Okay, how about the Chargers?
Pretender.
AFC North, the Steelers.
Contender because the AFC North is a jumble.
Okay, and then lastly, let's go to the South, Jacksonville.
Pretender. Houston now in control.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. 42, Mike, 42. It's coming this way, Here we go, 18.
Throwing again. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Howard, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Wentz. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Ziggy Ansah, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz. And he's going to go down again. Quentin Jefferson, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Mike's 47.
Well left.
47's the Mike. 47's the Mike. Check.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Pick it up, Slam, slam, slam. Good job right there. Good up for signal.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. He hits his running back, Procise. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That's right. Mike, number 53.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2. Record. Check. Mike's 42. Big stop, D. Big stop, let's go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now Sproles. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd down. It's Howard, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to float this, and this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz, and the Eagles have retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
Silence.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Zebra.
Come again. Undercrush. That's box. Right.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And with that incompletion, let's do something different. I'm going to go through a few teams that are on losing streaks, and you tell me if there's reason for concern there. Let's start with the Cowboys.
Definitely reason for concern. Not as dominant on defense as they should be, and offensive line injuries.
3 straight losses. They're 3-3. How about the Chiefs? 2 straight home losses.
Yeah, they just can't stop anyone running the football.
Okay, and then the Rams, 3 straight losses for them.
Yeah, definite reason for concern because they cannot get the running game figured out. Todd Gurley not touching it enough, but Kenny.
And then the Browns. Everyone was so high on them before the season started. What about now?
So many expectations. That's part of the problem they have right now, but they still would be contenders in their division.
Quickly back to the Chiefs, though. Are you concerned about them? They're still a real contender here, aren't they?
Still a contender, but I'm concerned as heck on defense for anyone who wants to be committed to running the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, alert.
Check 42's the mic. Check 42's the mic. I'm coming after you.
One flip.
Banjo. Mike's 4-2. Let's go, Heavy.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Rasul Douglas picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Here we go. Waiting.
Watch the screen.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Steps away to his left. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
180. Stay with your man.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Sproles. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team. But the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Check 24. Watch 24. Go. Mike 42, Mike 42. All day, baby, all day.
Hey, alert.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete to Lockett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Check. At the Eagles' 33-yard line.
All go special.
Mike 42, check. Off. 42.
I smell fear in that offense.
Here's Wilson. Wilson's got it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Hey, zero.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
42, Mike 42. Let's go, defense.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On on second down. Here's Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Ezekiel Ansah bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Wentz going to throw. This one complete to Sproles. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Check, 42's the mic. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Six yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Seahawks on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Let's get it. 4 down, 4 down. 42, 42. Wild, Bill. Wild, let's go. Mike 42, Mike 42. Here we go. Mike's 42. 14, find it. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
And that'll set them back 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Double time. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Come on, man. Gun. Mike 42, check. 42.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Let's go. Mike 42. Watch the backer. 42 is the mic, boys. 42 is the mic.
Hey, we got
14.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Mike 42. Shift. Hey, switch gears.
Again, it's Penny. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Mike's 4-2. Hey, 0. Mike's 42. Oh, here we go. Oh. Mike 42. Here we go. Jump right. Mike 42. Whoa. Mike's 42. Here we go.
Back to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
12. We got 3. We got front. 3. Mike 42. Front left. Check. Mike 42. I'm coming. Let's go. Mike 42. Come on, baby. Hook. 42 is the mic, boys. 42. 42 is the mic. And I'm coming after you.
Wilson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Check. 42's the mic. One left. Tighten up. Pull it together. Mike's 4-2. Watch the run. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Go, 14. That's it. One left.
Now Wilson. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And this one wasn't easy. You had an East Coast team, Charles, going west, playing a night game, but somehow they were able to get the job done.
Yeah, when you talk about playing a night game, they're closer to being sleepy because of East Coast time with their bodies. When